Hi Year 6 and welcome to Tuesday's homework answers. Today I will be going through the answers to page 36, fraction problems, question 1, 2 and 3. So let's have a look at these questions. If you've managed to do them and you've come for answers, great. If you weren't quite sure and you've come for a bit of explanation, that's fine too. Maybe you can hear the beginning of my explanation and then pop off and try to complete it yourself if you were struggling on the way. So in this question, we've got some shapes made of squares and there's a fraction shaded in each one. You've got to match the equivalent fraction. So the first one's been done for you, 7 out of 10. Now for this question, you need to remember that the bottom number of the fraction, the denominator, represents how many pieces you've got, and the top number represents how many are shaded. So 7/10 is easy, it's done for you. All these pieces have 10 pieces. So all these shapes have 10 pieces. So the next easiest is going to be 3/10 because we've got 10 as a whole. So we need the one with 3 shaded. So that one's going to link to that one. Now the other two are the other 3 are slightly more tricky because you don't have fractions out of 10. So if you were stuck on these, all you've got to do is transfer them into equivalent fractions over 10. So turn them into fractions over 10 by multiplying up. So if you got stuck on those, why not go and have a go now? So 3/5 will convert to 6 over 10 because we're timesing by 2. 1/2 is 5 over 10. I can either times up by 5 or I can just think, well, what is half of 10? It'd be 5 of them shaded, so that would be 1/2. And then 4/5, we're timesing by 2 again, so that will be 8/10. Once you've got them over 10s, this should be incredibly easy because all the shapes have got 10 pieces. So this one has got 8 shaded, so it will link to 4/5. This one has got 6 shaded, so it will link to 3/5. And this one has got half shaded, 5 out of 10. Okay, so that's what your final answers for number 1 should look like. Let's look at question 2. Okay, this is a fractions of amounts question. On Saturday, Lara read 2/5 of her book. On Sunday, she read the other 90 pages to finish the book. How many pages are there in Lara's book? Now we're going to use a bar model to represent this, okay, which we used a lot when we did our fractions of amounts lessons last week. So let me show you. I'm going to draw a bar to represent the whole, and then I'm going to draw a bar to represent the information that we know. Okay, excuse my wibbly wobbly lines, but I'm trying to control the pen with a mouse and it's not ideal. So we've got the whole. We need to find out the whole. So this is a mystery right now. This is our unknown. Then Lara read 2/5 of the book on Saturday. So I'm going to split this bar into fifths. Okay, so 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Now 2/5. So that's 2/5. That's Saturday. Okay. Then the other 90 pages on Sunday. So that's Sunday. And more than that, we know that that's 90. Okay, so to find our whole, we need to find each of these parts. Now, if I know that this bit altogether here is 90, I can suddenly work out my small parts. 3 bits equals 90. So what does 1 bit equal? I'm going to divide 90 by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 90 divided by 3 is 30. Okay, so that means that each little bit is 30. Okay, so I can add 30 into every bit here. Now, if I'm going to find out what my whole is, I'm going to have to put all of these bits together. So there's 5 bits and they're all 30. So I could do 30 and 30 and 30 and 30 and 30, or I could do 30 times 5, which will give me an answer of 150. So that is my whole. Check I've answered my question. How many pages are there in the book? Yep, 150. So that's your final answer. Well done if you got that right. Let's look at number 3. Here are 4 fraction cards. Use any of the 3 cards to make this correct. So we're going to compare them. Remember that this symbol here means less than. So this fraction is less than this fraction is less than this fraction. Now, I can't compare them right now because they haven't got the same denominator. So again, if you found this a bit tricky and you hadn't got it, here's your hint. Make them the same denominator. Go off and do it now. I'm looking for a number that's in all of these times tables, and I can see the number 36. So if you couldn't see the same denominator and you needed that hint, go off and do the answers now and come back. If you've done it already, then super. Let's do it together. So 2/3 over 36, I'm going to be multiplying by 12. That becomes 24 over 36. 5/6, so 6 times 6 is 36. So multiply the top, that becomes 30. 5/9, becomes, multiplying by 4, 20, 36. And then the last one, I'm going to multiply by 3, becomes 21, 36. So then you can put in anything that works. So I'm going to choose my smallest one. I'm going to make sure I write the original fraction. So 2/3. Oh gosh, sorry, Miss Gary's made a mistake there. Sorry, everyone. Right, so the smallest one is this one. So that's that original one. Sorry, I started writing 24 and then confused myself. So 5/9 is less than 7/12 is less than 2/3. Okay, there's different answers here. So you could have written 7/12 is less than 2/3 is less than 5/6, for example. Anything that makes it true. So lots of options. Here are our fractions listed from smallest to largest. So as long as they're in this order and you've picked any 3, that will be absolutely right. So well done if you got that right. For tonight, let's carry on the fractions problem. So pop onto the next page, page 37, and do questions 4, question 5, question 6, and question 7. Again, there might be some shading where you're going to have to do the same thing, and there's some different problems too. Pop back tomorrow for the answers to those questions. Thank you for watching.